I'm a proud white man. Ooh, are you offended? Why are you offended? Are you offended because you think I'm racist because I said I'm a proud white man? What if I said I'm a proud black man? Do you think the same thing? What if I said I'm a proud Latino man or a proud Asian man or just a proud man? Does any of that bring that negative connotation with it? Or is it just the fact that someone says I'm a proud white man that it brings a negative connotation? Why are you offended? Or do you think, ooh, he shouldn't have said that. He's going to get messed up. He's going to get hate on. Why do you think that? Why should I have to think that? Why can't I be a proud white man? Why does it have to have a negative connotation to it? Why does it have to mean or have the underlying racism? If I'm a proud white man, it automatically means I'm a racist. It doesn't mean I'm a racist. It means I'm a proud white man. What's white? What makes somebody a white man? Legally speaking, there is no actual definition of white. You are either Latino, of Hispanic descent, you're black, you're Asian. If you meet none of the criteria, then you default to white. But there is no legal definition of what makes a person white. But if I say I'm a proud white man, you think, oh, he's got to be a racist. He's got to be KKK or white supremacist, right? Yeah, fuck all that. First and foremost, I don't like anybody that hates anybody because of race. I don't give a shit if it's a black man that hates a white man, an Asian man that hates a Hispanic man, a white man that hates anybody. It doesn't matter. If you hate somebody because of the color of their skin, well, then you're a fucking moron. Point blank, period, full stop, end of sentence. If you judge anybody based upon the color of their race versus the content of the character, well, you're a fucking idiot. But I'm a proud white man. I'm not proud white supremacist. I'm not a proud Klan member. I don't belong to any of that. I don't subscribe to any of that ideology. I'm just a proud white man in the United States of America. But yet, if I say that, I'm a racist. Anything connotation of white is racist automatically, right? Well, why is that? Why are we at that point? Why can't I be a proud white man without having a negative stigmatism to it or the underlying tone of racism to it? Why? Why do I have to stifle or suppress the fact that I'm a proud white man in the United States of America in 2021? Why do I have to be afraid, which I'm not, but why should anybody have to be afraid to say that publicly? Why? Are you conditioned to the point where if this media's got us and everybody, all these fucking cancel culture dumbasses got us to the point where we can't even say we're proud to be white without it being racist? I'm not racist because I'm white. If I hate somebody because based upon the color of their skin, well then yeah, I'd be a racist. But I'm not that person. I don't do that. Yes, I see color. Just like if you look at me, you see I have a beard, right? Or you see that I'm a white person. But what does that really mean? It does nothing. It just, you see the obvious, right? So if I look at somebody and they're black or they're Asian or they're Latina or they're Hindu or anything along those lines, right? What does that mean? What does that mean in the bigger picture of things? Nothing. It just means I see what their paint job is, right? But so what? If they're a shitty person, then they're a shitty fucking person. If you're a black man and you're a shitty fucking person. You ain't a shitty black man. You're just a shitty fucking person. If you're a shitty person and you happen to be Latino, you're just a shitty fucking person, regardless of what your culture or race is. Same with Asian, same with any other subcategory that we keep putting ourselves in. If you're a hypocritical black Christian and you throw stones and you judge people without taking a plank out your own eye, guess what you are? You're a shitty fucking Christian. Or Hindu or Taoist or Muslim or whatever it is, right? If you don't adhere to your religious beliefs, if you judge others but you don't judge yourself, well, you're a shitty fucking whatever your religious connotation is. If you're an Asian person and you're racist against other black people, well, you're a shitty fucking person. You happens to be Asian. It doesn't mean that Asians are racist. It doesn't mean that all Asians are racist against black people. It just means that one individual is a shitty fucking person. He happens to judge people based upon the color of their skin versus the content of their fucking character. But if I say I'm a proud white man, what's the first thing that popped into your mind? What's the first thing you thought? Seriously, think about it. Did you go, ooh? Is that the first thing you did? Or did you think, oh, he's gonna get chewed out or canceled because of this? Or did the first thing you think is, oh, he's a racist? He's got to be a racist. just because I simply said I'm a proud white man. If a black person says I'm a proud black man, do you think the same thing? If not, why not? Why is there a different connotation based upon somebody being proud of what they are? I didn't choose this. This was what I was born with. This is the pigmentation, melanin, or lack thereof, that I was born with. I had no choice in the matter. I didn't pick it. I didn't choose it. I didn't select it. I didn't check a fucking box. This is what I got. Why can't I be proud of my own fucking skin? Have white people done shitty things in the past? Yeah. Every fucking race has done shitty shit in the fucking past. And if you want to keep going and subdividing into the categories that we all get put in, or the boxes we all get put in, well, then you can go through all the religious people. They've all done shitty things. Black people have done shitty things. You still have black people in Africa that own slaves. If you want to talk about the whole racism and slavery thing, nobody wants to fucking address that. Or what they want to do is separate that the Africans or the people in Africa that currently own slaves, what do they call them? Do they call them black people? No, they don't. You know what they call them? They call them Africans, or they call them Muslims. But they got to be careful with the Muslim thing, because you can't denigrate Muslims, because that's politically incorrect. You can denigrate Christians all you want to, but you can't denigrate Muslims. But what they won't call them is black people that currently own slaves in Africa. You can't call them Muslims that own slaves in the Middle East, which they still currently do. You got to be careful with that when Muslim own slaves, right? When certain ears are around. But if I say I'm a proud white man, I'm racist, right? No, I'm not. I'm just a white man who does my job, who loves my family, who loves his country, who served his country for 24 years in 2 branches of the fucking military. I'm a proud white man. Does that make me a bad person because I'm a proud white man? If so, how? How? Why? Why does it make me a bad person because I'm proud to be white? Do you even know what it means to be proud to be white without the racist connotation to it? Yeah, there have been some obviously bad white people. There's just KKK and white supremacists, right? But in the bigger picture, what percentage of our population does that make up? How many members are there currently in the KKK in the United States? You can throw in all the other white racist and white supremacist groups like the Aryan Nation, the Brotherhood, and all those other people, right? You can the skinheads and Nazis and all that shit, right? Put them all in one great big pile. How many people does that? What percentage of the United States population does that make up? I guarantee you it's less than 1%. And as a matter of fact, I guarantee you it's 0.001% or less of the population of the United States that belong to those parties or those organizations. Now, how many people subscribe and believe to that ideology? That'd be a little bit bigger number. But I bet you ain't in over 1%. Are there racist people in the United States? Yep. There's racist white people. There's racist black people. There's racist Asians. There's racist Hispanic. So I worked in Miami for 8 months several years back. And I learned that even within the Hispanic community, there's racism from one Hispanic to the other. As an example, Puerto Ricans and Cubans look at Mexicans, or Central Mexicans specifically, as lower class Hispanics. They're like the bottom of the totem pole of Hispanics. Central Americans kind of go up a little bit, and depending upon where you are from Southern America or South America, whether it be Argentina or Venezuela or whatever, or Colombia, well, then your status in the hierarchy of the Hispanic totem pole changes. But if you ask a Mexican about the other Hispanic cultures, you're going to get a very varied response. If you ask people from Spain, which was the original Hispanics, they're the ones who settled Central and South America and Puerto Rico and Cuba, right? Find somebody from Spain and ask them what they think about the other Spanish cultures. You might be a little surprised if they're being honest with you. So the Spanish see themselves at the top of the totem pole, right? They are the supreme Hispanics. They're the ones who originated all the Hispanic cultures. So they are the royalty, if you will, of the Hispanic community. But they're not supposed to be racist because they're categorized as a minority, and minorities can't be racist in the United States, right? Right? Yeah? You following this shit? Yeah. So I'm a proud white man. I'm a father, a grandfather, a brother, an uncle. I take care of my family. I work my ass off every day. As you can see, I'm in another hotel room in another city because of the job that I do requires me to fucking travel, which means I got to take time away from my family in order to support my family and give them the life that I want to give them. I got this job based upon my experience and knowledge and that I gained through the military as well as other civilian jobs. It pays me very well. But the sacrifice is I have to go out and travel, which means I have to take time away from my family. I miss soccer games. I miss birthdays. I miss, things that go on with the house. I traveled not too long ago, and while I was out of the country on traveling, my water heater broke. My wife had to deal with all that shit while I was gone. But that's a sacrifice I have to make. But I can't be proud of what I'm doing. I can't be proud to be a white man in the United States anymore because that's racist, right? Right? Do you subscribe to that? Are you afraid? Are you a person that's afraid to step out and say, I'm a proud white man in front of other people because you might get some backlash for it? Well, you need to check yourself. If you're a racist, well, then you're a fucking racist. Own it. Don't lie about it. Don't be a hypocrite about it. If you're a fucking racist, admit that you're a fucking racist. However, if you're not a racist, but you're proud to be a white person in the United States, whether it's male, female, gay, whatever, doesn't fucking matter, by all means, step out and say it. If you can't say it or you won't say it because you're afraid of the backlash from it, then you're the fucking problem. You're part of the fucking problem. You're giving into the whole cancel culture and the whole theme is currently going on or been going on in the United States that all white people are bad and all white people are racist. All the what do they call that? The systemic racism and all the other bullshit that critical race theory is pushing, right? Yeah, fuck all that nonsense. It's all a bunch of fucking lies, and it's all based on racism. But I digress. If you're a white person in the United States, be proud of it. If you're a racist, well, you're a fucking piece of shit. But if you're not a racist and you're a white person in the United States, be proud of it. Own it. Tell everybody you are a proud white person, a proud white woman, a proud white man. If somebody wants to take offense to it or somebody wants to step up, then explain to them, why can't I be proud of my race? Why? Why can't I be proud of what God gave me? Why can't I be proud of the artwork that God put in to make me who I am and what I am? If you're a black person or an Asian person or a Hispanic person, you can by all means be proud to be what you are. But I can't be proud of what I am. I have to be disgusted upon what God gave me and how God gave me and what paintbrush God used and what tone of white that God painted me with. I have to be ashamed of that? No, I'm not going to be ashamed of that. I will never be ashamed of that. And it's not coming from any kind of racist attitude. It's just I'm a proud white man. There's nothing wrong with being a proud white person. There's nothing wrong with being a proud person. You can go into the whole Christian biblical thing about pride and that kind of stuff, which, okay, fine. But I'm proud to be a white person. I'm proud of the culture I was brought up in. I'm proud of what my family did for me, and I'm proud of what I do for my family. I'm proud that my parents raised a decent human being and two other human beings being my two sisters. I'm proud of that. There's nothing wrong or racist about that. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm not a braggart. I'm not arrogant about it. I'm just proud of it. If that makes me a racist, if you think in your mind, you hearing me say that makes me a racist, then you're the fucking problem. You need to check yourself. You need to get yourself correct. Because there's nothing wrong with being a proud white person, whether it's in the United States, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in Asia, whether it's in whatever fucking continent on this fucking planet. There's nothing wrong or racist with being proud of your heritage and your culture. It just so happens to be white, but so fucking what? If you're Scandinavian, you're proud to be Scandinavian? Most Scandinavians are white. Over 95% of that country is white. You won't hear him say, I'm proud to be a white Scandinavian. You'll just hear him say, I'm proud to be Scandinavian or Norwegian or Finnish, right? But yet I can't say that. I can't say, or they won't say I'm proud to be white because it's the predominant race in that culture or in that country. But here in the United States, being a melting pot, yes, white people are still in the majority if you count white males and white females together in one category. But yet we can't say that we're proud to be white. And it's gotten so bad now, we can't even say we're proud to be American. Why can't you be proud to be an American? We're the greatest fucking country that this planet has ever had. In the 240 plus years that we've been an actual country, we've done more good on this planet. We've done more for the poor and raising people out of poverty than any other country on this fucking planet. We've done more for getting clean water to countries and getting food and getting all this other stuff done for other countries. But yet we can't be proud of that. Somehow we have to accept the fact that America is racist. Have we had racist Americans? Yeah, we still have racist Americans. Because people are people. They're fucking stupid. But on a bigger picture, the United States of America has done more good for this planet than any other country in the history of this fucking planet. And we're the youngest country on this fucking planet. We're the youngest superpower. We've done more good for not just the United States, not just for the people of the United States, but for people of this fucking planet than any other countries or all the other countries combined. If you think about it, before us, there was feudalism. You had kings and queens and dictators. When we came in and we became an actual country and we established a democratic or a constitutional republic with a duly elected president and Congress and judicial branch and all these other stuff that makes up our governance, we're the ones who started that. There have been many other countries that have followed suit or have adopted some of it. They still have some kings, and as an example, England, but the monarchy is castrated. They don't really have a say per se, but the parliament has taken over as more of a representative republic and it has kind of the monarchy has become just a figurehead. Then you have places like Spain, you have people like France, you have places like Germany, where instead of a president, they're called a prime minister, but it's the same basic concept. You still have other countries that have kings. You still have other, like Saudi Arabia as an example. You still have other countries that have dictators, like a lot of countries in Africa and a few countries in Eastern Europe. But yet, most all the other countries and the ones that are prospering, the ones that are doing good, have followed us. But yet, we're racist. We're colonialists. We're bad. We're bad because we're American. But only if you're white American. If you happen to be black American or Asian American or Hispanic American, you don't fall under the negative connotation of the bad parts of America. Have you noticed that? Have you? Think about it. If a black man says he's proud to be an American, do you think that's a negative connotation? Does he fall under the America is a bad country and we deserve to be taken over and we need to be socialists or communists or whatever the fuck these dumbasses want to do these days? No, they don't. But if I say it, being a white man, then I'm proud to be an American. Well, somehow that's racist. Somehow I'm bad. I'm a bad person for saying something along those lines, right? What about an Asian American? What about a second generation Asian American that was born in this country, raised in this country, lived in this country? If they say they're proud to be American, does that make them bad? Does that make them racist? Does that make them somehow equivalent to me on the bad scale? What about Hispanic Americans? Born and raised in this country, American citizens. Can they say they're proud to be an American? How many of them will? A lot of them will. Because they don't have the negative connotation attached to them like we do. Why do I have that? I'm not bitching about it. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing it out to you. I'm proud to be a white American. Does that make me a racist? Does that make me a bad person? If it does in your mind, well, then you're fucked in the head. Because I'm not. I will never judge another man based upon the pigmentation or lack thereof in his skin. I'll judge another man based upon the content of his fucking character, but I will never judge another person by the color of their skin or what they do or do not have between their legs or who they choose to sleep with. None of that shit bothers me in the least. If you're a shitty fucking person, you're a shitty fucking person. I don't give a goddamn what your pigmentation is or who's in your bedroom or where your face is on TV or not or whatever, how many TikTok followers you have. It doesn't fucking matter. If you're a shitty fucking person, you're a shitty fucking person. If you can't treat another human being with respect, if you have to step on another human being to lift yourself up, you're a shitty fucking person. I don't give a goddamn what your color is. I don't give a goddamn what your sexual orientation is. I don't give a fuck about any of that. You're a shitty fucking person. I don't judge you based upon the color of your skin, so don't judge me based upon the color of mine. If you think I'm a shitty person, then fine, I'm a shitty person. We can talk it out, we can work it out, or we can agree to disagree, whatever happens to be. But I'll be goddamn if you're going to judge me based upon the color of my skin and think that I'm somehow a racist, or I happen to be a white person from Southern America who happens to be conservative in nature or whatever. That's going to make me a bad person? How do I treat other people? I treat people with respect. If you lose my respect, then you've done something to lose it. You can ask anybody I served with. I'll give my shirt off the back to people. I'll give my shirt off my back to people that need it. I don't give a goddamn what their color is. I don't give a goddamn what their situation is. If you're a good person and you need help, I will give you all the help that I can. If you're a shitty fucking person, yeah, well, we have to talk at that point. But I'm a proud white man. If you can't say it, if you're afraid to say it, and you happen to be another white person, you need to check yourself. Have a good evening.